So I'd like to call the meeting to order. Certainly on behalf of Council, we extend our sincere welcome at the end of the day. We hope that the next Council that is here, that you continue to show an interest in what's happening within the community and participate with Council and give some information, guidance, and understanding. So thank you for being here. So we begin by the acknowledgement of the treaties of peace and friendship. We'd like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq peoples. This territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship with Wistawag, Mactawac, and Passamaquoddy people first signed with the British Crown in 1726. The treaties did not deal with surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognized Mi'kmaq and Wistawadi title and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship between nations. I'd ask Council to read with me the oath of office. We do hereby accept the office of Council and will diligently, faithfully, and impartially discharge to the best of our ability the duties of the office as may be imposed upon us by law. Could I ask someone to read the moment of reflection? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so moment of reflection, we're asked to remember Dennis Murphy of Lauren and Florence Hashi of Beldoon. We ask for a moment of silence in their memory. Thank you. So are there any additions or deletions to the agenda as presented? So I would ask for motion 19-49.
M 2026-05-19-49, that the agenda be adopted as presented or as amended with changes.
Well, it would have to be adopted as presented.
Okay.
There are no changes. So, to the question,
You need a second.
do I have a seconder for
I'll
that?
second.
Any question? Yeah, seconded? Okay, thank you. To the question, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. If there are any statements of conflict of interest, you can file them with the clerk. The minutes of the regular meeting of April 20th, 2026. Could have motion 19-50.
M 2026-05-19-50, that the minutes of the regular meeting of April 20th, 26 meeting be adopted as presented.
Do we have a seconder?
I'll second that one too.
To the question, all those in favor? Motion carried. Is there any business arising from those minutes? If not, we will proceed right to a presentation that we have on the agenda by our Remy Boudreau of Allen, Paquette, and Arsenault.
All right, for the financial statements, I'd like to start with page number 2, which is the independent auditor's report. And it's divided in four sections. And first off, we have the opinion section, And if you look at paragraph number 2 in that section, it states, in our opinion, the accompanying consolidated financial statements presents fairly in all material respects the financial position of the village of Belledune as at December 31st, 2025, which means that we went over the statements, all the numbers that you provided us, and the numbers that are in those statements are accurate, in our opinion. Second, there's the basis of opinion. As auditors, we have to follow strict rules and guidelines to arrive at the opinion. Number 3 is the responsibilities of management. It states that ultimately it's the management of the village that's responsible for the numbers in the statements. And finally, the auditor's responsibilities is to give an opinion on those statements. So if we look at the numbers for the year for the village, on page 4, which is the consolidated statements of operations, it's the results from January 1st, 2025 to December 31st for the one year period. The first column is the budgeted numbers, and then we have the 2025 actual and 2024 to compare. So if I look at the 2025 column, is the revenues. There's revenue from warrant assessment for 4.4 million. That's unconditional grants for 119,000. Services provided to other government, 58,000. Sale of services, 105,000. Other revenue from own sources, 46,000. Conditional transfers from other governments, 664,000. And then we have water and sewer sales of services, 38,000. There's a gain from disposal of a tangible capital asset, 2,000. Canada Community Building Fund, 106,000. And we have interest income for 106,000, and then miscellaneous, 14,000. So total revenue for the year for the village of Belledune was 5.7 million. To that, of course, we have to subtract the expenditures. General government expenditures of 1.3 million. Protective services, 1.1 million. Transportation, 2.2 million. Environmental health, 267,000. Environmental development, 549,000. Recreation and cultural, 813,000. Fiscal services, 39,000. And finally, water and sewer, 104,000. So that's total expenditures, 6.5 million. So if we take the revenues less the expenditures, it gives us an annual deficit of $796,506 for the year. This is the deficit as per the PSAB accounting standards, the accounting standards for municipalities, government entities. If we go at page 18, what we do at page 18, there's a table here, and we take the annual surplus number that I just gave you, and we split it by the different funds, and we convert the loss from PSAB to fund accounting, which is the accounting you do for your budgets. So if the two of interest are the general operating fund, which is the second column. So in the general operating fund, there's a $228,437 deficit. And then the fourth column is water and sewer operating fund, which is have a deficit of $5,851 for the year. And these two numbers are going to appear in your budget in 2 years' time. If I go back to page 5, which is the second statement of importance in the statements, it's the statement of financial position, which gives us a snapshot of the village as at December 31st, 2025, and compared to 2024. So at December 31st, 2025, there was cash, which is the money in your bank accounts, 4.2 million. Accounts receivable, 12,000. Due from the federal government and its agency, which is the HST return that was due to the village, 140,000 receivable. Due from provincial government, which are the grants that were receivable, 471,000. So total financial assets, 4.8 million. And from that, we subtract liabilities. Accounts payable and accrued liabilities, 750,000. Deferred revenue, 802,000. Long-term debts, which are the debentures, 1.5 million, which leaves us a net assets of 1.7 million. And to that, we need to add the tangible capital assets, net of amortization, 12 million. You add, also you have properties held for resales, 139,000, and prepaid expenses, 135,000. So if we take the financial assets minus the liabilities, gives us an accumulated surplus, which is the surplus accumulated over the years for the Village of Belnoon at $40,051,763. The rest of the financial statements is basically numbers and more explanations that gives us more information about the two statements I talked about, so I'm not going to go over them. Are there any questions about the financial statements?
So our deficit of 796,000, that would have to be accounted for in 2027?
It's not a 796,000, no. It's the one at page 18. If you want to, in 2 years' time for your budgets, you got to go at page 18, and you have the general operating fund, 228,437, and the water and sewer operating fund, 5,851. Those two numbers those are the two numbers that are gonna hit your budget in 2 years' time.
So we will begin the year in a deficit position,
Yes,
budget time.
yes.
Okay.
2 years, yeah.
Okay. Are there any other questions of Mr. Boudreau? If not, we thank you very much for your presentation. Even though it looks a little bleak, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and thank you very much for your time and effort in presenting it.
Yep, thank you.
That will bring us to a statement by members of council. I see Councillor Carmichael.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I want to start to congratulate all the new council. The second thing, I'd like to thank you to all the people that supported me during my time in council. It was a privilege for being here, and it was a learning process, and I enjoyed serving our community. The third one, it's all short and sweet, but it comes from the heart. I want to thank you to all the staff that were always so helpful. I appreciate everything you did for me during my time here on council. Thank you, everyone. And that's it. Thank you.
At this time, I'd ask if there are any other members of council that wish to make a statement, or if not, that will move us down to the administration report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So we do have the Social and Environmental Grant Report here, motion 19-51. There were no grants that came in under the regular administrative threshold, but there was one request that came in from the Jack River School for that goes against their allotment. They did provide a breakdown of the expenses that they expect to incur. So there is motion 51 to have that grant provided to the Jack River School.
So could we have motion 711 read? '51, yeah.
M 2026/05/19-51, that the Social and Environmental CAO Grant Report of May 2026 be accepted as presented, and the following grants approved, $4,409 to the Jacket River School.
Do we have a seconder for that motion? I've asked once. Do we have a seconder for that motion? That is twice. Do we have a seconder for the motion? Due to no seconder for the motion, the motion will die on the floor. We'll move on to the Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll take this one as well. For the general operating fund, we have a bank balance carry forward of $479,481.78. We had e-transfer payments of $117,433.96. We had a transfer from the government of New Brunswick for $398,520.26. And we had interest revenue of $1,340.28. Checks issued from April 1st to 30th for $232,613.49. Direct payments for accounts payable of $134,259.58. We had a $10 direct payment to Service New Brunswick and workplace health and safety compensation for $2,666.42. Bank charges of $52.08. We had checks outstanding of $249,479.98, and that's for March 2026, and for April of $93,282.96. That leaves a current account balance of $470,977.69, a capital reserve balance of $3,092,316.32, capital operating reserve balance of $237,594.55, and a balance in the gas tax of $831,822.48. For the utility operating, we had a bank balance carrying forward of $5,347.55. We had deposits of $7,417.62 and generated interest of $10.70. Checks issued from April 1st to 30th for $11,053.91. Online bill payments of $1,157.16. We had outstanding checks from March of $1,832.39 and outstanding checks for April of $782.03, leaving a current balance of $485.56. We have a capital reserve balance of $96,795.79, an operating reserve balance of $4,196.20, and we have a trust account balance of $33,824.53. I believe that there is motion 52 to accept the financial reports.
Could we have motion 52 read, please?
M 2026/05/19-52, that the financial report be accepted as presented and the accounts payable be paid.
Do we have a seconder for that motion?
I'll second it.
To the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. So under bylaws and policies, there's nothing. We do have a few motions. Motion 1953.
M 2026/05/19-53, that the draft 2025 audited financial statement prepared and presented by Alan Paquette and Arsenal be accepted as presented.
Do we have a seconder?
I will second it.
To the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Motion 1954.
M 2026/05/19-54, that Alan Paquette and Arsenal be appointed as Beldoin Financial Auditor for the year of 2026.
Do we have a seconder?
I will second that one too.
To the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. 1955.
M 2026/05/19-55, that as recommended by Roy Consultant Engineer Guillaume Arsenault in their letter of recommendation, the South Curb Project number 283-25-D1 be awarded to the lowest bidder, LCL Excavation 2026 Incorporated, for the sum of $356. Is that million? $1,856.50, HST included.
Do we have a seconder for that motion?
I'll second it.
To the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. General correspondence.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For correspondence, we had the SPCA report for April 2026 received in. We had the Shallura Regional Service Commission building permit report for April 2026, and we had the Universal Rail Systems track inspection report for April 2026. That's all we had for correspondence.
So just prior to asking for a motion to adjourn, certainly on behalf of council and the Village of Beldoon, Councillor Robinson and Councillor Hickey and myself are on the new council, but on behalf of the new council, we thank you very much, Councillor Carmichael, for your dedication and your diligence in dealing with many controversial issues and dealing with it in a professional business manner. We thank you for your efforts in your contribution to your community. Thank you. No, I'm talking Councillor Robinson, Councillor Carmichael here. Just, yeah. And again, so certainly on behalf of the new council, certainly we wish to congratulate those who were elected. Certainly, I guess, future councillor to be Councillor Cormier, Councillor Carrier, Councillor Robinson, Councillor Hickey, and myself. And certainly on behalf of the mayor-elect, Mario Lapointe, we certainly congratulate all those who have picked up the gauntlet and have dedicated their time and efforts to the challenges that they will face ahead. So on behalf of all of us, thank you very much. So without further ado, I would ask that motion 1956.
M 2026/05/19-56, that the meeting adjourn at 7:26 p.m.
Do we have a seconder?
And I'll second that one too.
To the question? All those in favor? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.